All right, so we've been recently playing this new game. So this is a new game that came out. Supposedly now, from what I'm seeing on social media, it's kind of like the game that's taking the time off from boyfriend and girlfriend time, or just social time. So this new game called Elden Ring that came out. This game is a game based on what would you say the medieval
Medieval
dragon fantasy time. There's dragons. There's huge monster-sized bears. There's ghosts. There's trolls. All that good stuff. Swords,
It's
arrows,
an RPG
magic.
game. Open
So it's
world
like an RPG game. And this game is I forgot who the creators are, but like they're
It's
From
from
Software.
software.
from,
They made games like Bloodborne, Sekiro. You know, the games that's known for
they made
really hard
like
boss fights.
Demon Souls
Demon
is the
Souls too,
very
yeah.
first game they made that pretty much kind of got them huge. So it is kind of like that. This game is supposedly like a really hard game, just like the previous games such as Demon Souls or Dark Souls. And since it came out, I've seen like a lot of people been pretty much playing it, and it's kind of like what's a game that it's kind of like World of Warcraft, where like when World of Warcraft came out, everyone had no life anymore and just started playing games.
I would say it's like
It's not that
it's like Elder
huge.
Scrolls for sure.
Yeah, it's not that huge, but it's kind of like that. And obviously, I got the game. Kono got the game. Dollar recently just got the game too. How do you guys feel about the game so far?
Well, before I start with that, before I even played it, I thought it was a Lord of the Ring game. For I was like, oh, Lord of the Ring game, hell yeah! You know, because we back then played like the PS2 ones that we loved it.
Yeah.
So oh hell yeah, Lord of the Ring game. You can play online boss fights, hell yeah. And then like literally the week of before it came out, I looked more to it. Oh, it's not a Lord of the Ring game. I felt a little bit bummed out. But what's crazy was From Software, they're known for the games. And what's also crazy was George R. Martin helped them with the storylines. George R. Martin wrote the books for Game of Thrones, right? Songs of Ice and Fire. But yeah, played. So for me, I came in. I never played the like Bloodborne games because those aren't really my type of games. But I was hesitant to buy it. Right? I told you guys like I don't know, it's my type of game, Cause I'm more like if I were to buy a game like that, I need it to be like Skyrim, right? Elder Scrolls Skyrim, where it's really I don't know about you guys, but Skyrim for me, I really got lost into it because it's really story driven, right? Main storyline, a bunch of cool sideline storylines. But this one, it wasn't really. It has storylines, but it's more. I don't know how to explain it, man. Like I like it though. I like it. I like it, but I don't like it at the same time. Let me just say that before like you guys can go ahead, but I'm gonna think this through more because I like it, but I don't like it. But I'm still intrigued in it, basically.
Cool, you can go first since you're someone who's had former experience with the former games too.
Yeah, to me, I already knew I was going to like it, but then like I don't know if I was going to love it because I guess one of the first games I played from that company was their first game, Demon Souls that came out. Because when I bought the game, I went into it not expecting anything, and it was hard as shit. So I was like, damn, this game is freaking hard as shit. But it made me want to like beat the boss, right? Or like made me want to like, it made me feel like it's actually challenging. It's not like the enemies aren't weak to a point where you could just kill them off easy. So even a weak enemy could hurt you really badly. So it made me feel like, oh, okay. So it made me feel like I had to be aware at all times, which I liked. So I always had to be on my toes at all times. And the fact that once you do beat like a boss, and you felt that accomplishment, like, oh, damn, yes, I finally beat this guy. And then like once you kind of progress and level up, you get to fight other monsters. and that was for the previous game, right? So for this one, I was kind of expecting it to be like that, but I had a little bit high expectations. The previous games are more linear, so there's not really much freedom for you. You have to like pretty much go on like the single path, or like there's only like two paths that you could go, but they all pretty much lead to the same spot. But this game is more open to you, and it doesn't really tell you what to do. So the only thing I don't like about it is I would kind of like to kind of have an idea of the quest. When there is a quest, I want to know, okay, at least show me like what I need to do in this quest, right? I could press start and look at the log, the quest line, and it should tell me, oh yeah, you need to do this for this quest. But it doesn't do that. But I like it because it's open world, so you could go do anything. You don't have to follow a linear line. Or you don't even have to follow a storyline. I think that's the point of Elden Ring. It allows you to pretty much go out and do anything that you want to do from the beginning. And I think I like it. Something that I think is better than the previous games, obviously. I just think because now everyone's so used to watching how to do stuff on YouTube now that it kind of destroys the element of surprise into the game.
Yeah.
So like sometimes when I play, I don't even want to. I don't even want to watch. Oh, how do I do this? How do I do that? Sometimes I just go out, and when I see like a big ass monster, I'm like, oh shit, like the element of surprise. It's kind of, I feel like, is what the game wants you to do. Like they don't want you to look at any of this stuff on YouTube because it's gonna destroy kind of like you being in the world because you already seen it. So I think it's good as long as you kind of just don't get lost into, oh, I need to level up as fast as I can. I need to get the best weapon right away. It's more like go out and explore the world and see what, pretty much like kind of just explore the world and see what's out there, But yeah.
Yeah. The only, so like Dark Souls, Bloodborne, Demon Souls. I remember like the first thing about games for me is like, is it intriguing? Like the setting, the players, the characters, and like I remember I just was never really into like the medieval type style, and I was like, nah, I'm not gonna play those because I'm not into it. And like Bloodborne was like like vampire or zombies and stuff, right? Or
like something along
weird, like
that
nightmare creatures and stuff. And I was like, nah, not my thing. And then when Sekiro came out, I was like, ooh, like a ninja, like that's cool. Like I'll give that a shot. And then I tried it, and first off, like it didn't feel modern. Like the way the game moved, it felt kind of like outdated. It felt literally like Tenchu from like PS3. But it's funny because that's what they based it on. Like it was supposed to be Tenchu, but then they just said, "Oh no, we're just gonna make a whole new game." And then I didn't like the way it felt. I didn't like the way it moved. And then also it was super hard. I couldn't even beat the first like mini boss. It wasn't even a boss yet. It was just like a mini boss. And I was like, dude, this is crazy. Like frustratingly stupid hard. And usually I'm the type to like to play something challenging, right? Because you, like Ku was saying, like there's a satisfaction to it once you beat that boss. But again, the game just felt kind of outdated to me when I was playing it because I've set a standard to games where it should be on par to Uncharted or on par to like Last of Us. Because those, when you play those, it's like, damn, like this is good. Like it feels good, And for Elden Ring, like I would admit I bought into the hype because like all you guys bought it. And I was like, man, shit, I might have to hop in here, And then I was like, I'm just gonna give this game a chance, Let me just give it a chance to see if I like it. And playing it for the last 12 hours or so that I just owned it, it's been fun. Like it's been good. Like it feels more modern than Sekiro, and the movement, the fighting is pretty the satisfaction between it. The only thing is too is like Ku was saying, right? Like we were so used to like YouTubing things, all right, and I got caught up in like, oh damn, I need to go level up fast. So I did like the farming methods to like get me leveled up, and I did kind of feel like, damn, am I like ruining the experience for myself? Where like I need to go grind and take these challenges on, and all these like kind of like bigger bosses that I've only fought it with like you guys, so I'm like, man, there's really not any satisfaction to like those guys getting killed because like you guys were like kind of OP already, so you guys took care of the monsters for me. So I haven't really felt that satisfaction in it, but so far I thought that game is pretty good. You know, like I like it so far, and I do like.
Yeah.
I think the open world plays a big part in it too. Like,
Mhm.
yeah, you can't avoid that dude if you know you can't beat
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
So I like the game so far. Yeah.
Yeah, because the previous game you have to fight this boss no matter what to move on
Mm-hmm.
to like the next step. If you don't beat this boss, then you pretty much have to go fight all the previous people you always been fighting to level up
Yeah.
and fight this boss. But this one it allows you to fight all these big boss, and there's these mini boss that's not even a boss technically. You know? Like the
Right.
guy you fought the
Yeah.
time. So early in the game, there's like a tall guy that you fight, a tall monster you fight, but technically they're not even a boss. They're pretty much just like a regular monster that appears all the time. But yeah, I think one thing I really like about it too is because like you don't know who the boss is or what kind of boss it is. So it's kind of exciting just to see how the boss look like, you know. And they have many different types of monsters, so that's something that intrigues me and excites me to where like, okay, I want to see, you know, I want to see what's behind this little area where you have to go fight the boss.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I like it and I don't like it, but I do like it because obviously I'm playing it. But I feel like I don't like it for because of me, right? I'm so used to. Oh, here's a quest. Oh, here's the check mark on where I'm supposed to go. I go there. Okay, you know, like that's why I like it and I hate it, right? Because I like how it doesn't give you the answers. It literally wants you to go in and really like die so many times and figure it out, you know. And I'm not gonna lie, like I look YouTube everything, man. I YouTube everything, but like it is true what Koo said. Like this one time, you know, cause it kind of get like one thing about I don't like it, but not that it's a deal breaker is, you know, you see the patterns. You go, oh, there's this building with a bunch of monsters. There has to be a dungeon there. You go, yep, here's the dungeon. You go in, right? Like it's a repetitive pattern of that, which is not a deal breaker again, but like there's this one time like you know I just did that and then boom because I already researched all the weapons I need and all that, right? But boom, I came across like oh there was a sword like oh damn this looks like a pretty cool sword, you know, like you know just like what Koo said, you know, don't really look into researching all your answers, more like just dive in, man, like get into the world if you really want to play this game and get okay with dying a bunch of times because you know we're not used to dying a bunch of times like that. Like I literally got killed 15 times from a dragon before I finally gave up. Like I need to go level up some more or get a new weapon. Like I you know looking up YouTube answers, right? There's this farming areas where you can level up hella fast. I leveled up hella fast, like level 19 to level 50 in like 2 hours, right? And then like I'm thinking I can beat up these guys, right? No, I got my ass kicked still. So it's like just because you're higher level doesn't mean nothing. You need to go search for like a good weapon and all that too. You know, like I see how I like it and don't like it. Like, but I'm intrigued because like it doesn't give you the answer. You really have to work for it. You know, so I don't like it because of me. I'm so used to games giving me the answers. You know what I need. You know, yeah. That's why I guess I like it, and I actually play it more than because I don't really like playing those type of games because they're really time consuming. But like when it doesn't give you the answers like that, like I kind of like it. Like I need to go dive into the world more. Yeah.
Yeah, and I guess I guess I like it too because it's more like kind of skill based where you have to like time the monsters. And even if your level is high, you still kind of risk getting killed by regular monsters, you know? Which is kind of like, all right, just because you're high level don't mean that, you know, you shouldn't, like, know how to fight these monsters, you know? You get overwhelmed, get out. It's actually a lot easier than the previous games. Because the previous game, when you die, well, for Demon Souls, when you die, you pretty much lose your soul. So your actual life bar is lower now, actually. So the only reason to get it full back back fully again is if you actually beat like a boss.
Mm-hmm.
So it was actually harder than it was now. Now you can ride a horse too, so it's like you could get away super fast.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
before, it was a lot tougher. So and now it's more forgiving.
Yeah. I think one aspect too is like I think we love playing games together, right? So like when I was hopping into it, I was like, all right, yeah, let's hop in together and help
Mhm.
each other. But then I'm also feeling like I said earlier, I'm not feeling like I'm beating a challenge that I get to really dive into.
Mhm.
Like you were saying, you have to learn the patterns of the boss you're fighting because every boss has a certain attack, certain
Mhm.
patterns, and you have to learn. Oh, how do I avoid that? When should I attack? And I never really got to experience that.
Yeah.
So I'm still trying to give myself a chance to experience the game like that
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
And just that be saying that the previous games I never actually played like with you guys and like my friends. So usually when I play, it's always kind of like a single player game to me. But from time to time, people could join your world and you could join people's world,
Mhm.
which I never really did too much. But I like that concept. Of, oh, someone could just join my world and come help me. Oh,
Mhm.
okay. Or I could join someone's world and help them. So to me, it's more like an experience that you have to experience by yourself, and then sometimes if you have friends that you want to like hop in with you to fight this boss that's super strong, then yeah, you could do that. But also kind of just remember that this is more also a experience that you had to go do yourself too. It's not like you could do from the very beginning and play with your friends from the very beginning to the very end. Like some stuff you're gonna have to like do yourself also. You know.
It's crazy because I only bought this game mainly at first to play the multiplayer, but this is really solely a single player game.
Mhm.
But it's crazy because I prefer to play alone than with a group because when we go do the boss raids, man, I'm like so weak. I'm like, all right, guys, I better go do my own thing and get better stuff.
Right.
I want to come back and you guys like, dang, how'd you get that spell? Yeah, it's like it's a good game in that sense. We're like, it doesn't make multiplayer easy to play. It kind of has some loops you gotta jump over, but like I get why they did it like that. It's not supposed to be a multiplayer game. You're mainly supposed to like dive into the world on your own, and then hey, I need help with a boss fight. Then your friends will come, Yeah.
Pretty much, multiplayer is kind of like it's kind of like part of the world itself, right? It's not like it's a single player game, but it's more like everyone has a different dimension, pretty much. So you could set a summon sign to join someone's world. Even if you're playing by yourself, you can see the outlines of other players online playing, but you can't interact with them. You can only interact with other world by putting down messages, telling them either helpful advice or tell them to do something that's not helpful, right? You could put down a message on the ground and tell someone and say, hey, jump off this cliff. There's an item on the bottom, something like that, right? All right, you could just do that to fuck around with other people. So if they jump down, they die, right? Or you could give them helpful advice, and you can see other people's advice too. So either you want to take that advice or not, and it's really on you if you want to take it or not. So I think that part of like interaction between multiplayers is different. It's not like you actually are with them, but then there are parts where you can actually join other people too, which is nice. So I kind of like that, and you can invade other people's world to kill them. So I think like it's a different approach to multiplayer than your regular multiplayer games.
It's almost like the new way of turning solo games into a community and like a social approach. Yeah, and it's pretty dope. Yeah. Because still, like you said, it's still really just a single player game.
Yeah.
But there's an approach to it that creates a community, and the world itself is about the tarnished, right? Where like everybody that's in their realm are tarnished people, and that's really just what it is. All these tarnished people are just trying to go fix or find this Elden Ring and stuff.
Yep.
So yeah.
All right. Should we give our ratings? Any last
I don't
words
know.
before we do?
I guess initial ratings, I would say, yeah, I like it so far. I give it an 8.
These are our first impression ratings.
Yeah, I give it a 8 too. I think like because I feel like I think that I've experienced most of the world. But then later on, I'm like, what? There's this other huge spot. Like, okay, and then and then I thought that the area where I started already. I thought I've experienced everything, but then there's still more to it that I haven't experienced, right? So to me, I like that. I like that when you think that you've seen it all, you still like haven't even seen most of it yet. So it kind of that's what really like surprises me and make me feel like, damn, this game they did put a lot into this game, you know.
Yep.
But I would put 8 out of 10 as well.
Yeah, I agree. 8 out of 10. I would say this would be an iconic game for this. For like, you know how like Skyrim was an iconic game for its time. I always say Elden Ring it will be the iconic game of its genre for this time. Definitely, maybe probably will win like Game of the Year. I would say.
So I'm surprised like a lot of video game companies gave it like 10 out of 10. To me, I'm like, what? 10 out of 10.
That's like people giving the Batman 10 out of 10.
Yeah. Because this game, to me, I feel like this game is not for everyone. So maybe people might not give it 10 out of 10. Like something like God of War, right, where it's heavily story based, so everyone could like actually like get with it because it's actually story driven. And then it's not like I feel like it's not. This is kind of like something different. Elden Ring is like kind of a different game. It's not like a game where everyone could get with, you know. So I was kind of surprised they gave like a 10. A bunch of companies gave it a 10 out of 10.
Right.
Yeah, I get what you're saying now. Yeah, it's definitely not a casual gamer's game. Yeah, because like I said, I'm a casual gamer, and the reason why I don't like it is because it doesn't give me what a casual gamer wants, man. Give me the answers. Give me a layout of this quest. You know, it doesn't do that. You know?
Yeah, or like you said, like Uncharted and Last of Us. Like those are like my top games too. But then those like any casual can play because obviously you can either play easy mode, hard mode, and like I feel like everyone could get with it because it's like a really good storyline with it. It's kind of like a movie that you pretty much play through.
Yeah.
But this one's like they don't tell you the storyline. You have to find out the story yourself. You have to do everything yourself. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.